today. This is a gigabyte 970 board. It's a little ghetto. I finally got the liquid cooling kit on it. We're running an old Phenom chip, a 6-core. I gotta find a way to test this out. I'm gonna using a GT 720 just to test it out for now. Make sure the sucker's in here. Got myself all plugged in here, but I forgot that I don't have a power switch. So I'm gonna have to do this the get away. And it's depending on the metal too, so it's like maybe a pair of scissors, maybe my keys. Maybe my keys will do it. Oh, there. Oh, she booted. I'm gonna plug in a keyboard. Doodly doodly doo. Oh, this is wonderful. Cable management. Don't I have another keyboard around here? Yeah, it's right over there. What am I doing? I don't have to touch anything here. I have another keyboard right here. What am I doing? It's a little broken, but we'll see if it still works. 'Did this just lock up on me? You might not be able to see it very well, but it's running at 45. I overclocked it from 2.8 up to 3.207 there, so I'm seeing how much I can tweak it, but that chip's getting a little warm now. Yeah, I gotta find a way to cool that a bit better, maybe. I'm thinking. .207. It's getting a little. I think it's stabilizing its temperature, but yeah. It didn't like 3.8 on the voltage. I haven't touched the voltage, but I tried to tweak it up to 3.8. It didn't like 3.8, so we're trying 3.6 now. 3.6 gigahertz. Let's see if this. Yeah, we got 3.6 now. And that's without tweaking the voltage at all. So that's pretty good, actually. The temp is a little warm though. Not too warm, it's not too bad. It hasn't pushed 50, so we're doing okay. Let's try 371. 371. The reasoning why I like these 970 boards and 960 boards and 990 boards is because, like, you can't really break them by tweaking them. You'd have to be, like, really pushing it really hard to really ruin your chip. I don't know if it liked that frequency. Ooh. I'm gonna see if it liked it. I don't think so. quickly as possible. We'll do 6.5. See if we can do 6.5 without pushing up the voltage. Which then I know that little line where I can cross it and push it. Just out of curiosity. Three, 6.5. My voltage is fairly low. So I looked it up on Google, and Google tells me that at stock at 2.8 gigahertz, the most I'm capable of getting is maybe 4 gigahertz and up and stable. Anything over that, I wonder how high I can actually push this old CPU. Now ranting about some old board because I got some electrical tape here, and I just resealed all around the CPU. So if there's any condensation building, it should push down here. I don't know if I should like layer around it some glue gun or something, but we'll think of something. Should work.
CO2, let's set something on fire and try to extinguish it with the gas I just collected. This wad of paper towel has no problem burning the glass. But now, I'll fill the glass with CO2 I collected. CO2 is about 50% heavier than air, so without any major disturbance, it'll just sit in the glass. Let's try putting the water pressure. Let's weigh everything before we begin. 1,000 commercial to ice as it hits the atmosphere. After a moment, we start to form a little bead of dry ice on the ground that looks like a tiny mountain range. At this point, I'd say the project is a success, since I've made dry ice from scratch. But considering I had almost half a kilo of liquid CO2, it seems like a relatively small yield. Maybe we can increase the output with a collection device.
This is the moment of truth right here. Trying to find where I put down something. Oh, there we go. So this is the moment of truth. We have this in a little bin here, so we can cool it out now. So let's see if I get the contact through. Ooh, she's on. Let's see. Okay, there's no ice or water. There's like a little bit of water. Just a tiny bit. Just see if I can get her booting again and everything. See if it makes it. Well, I finally found a CMOS battery, so that comes in handy. Okay. Okay. That's good. At least I know when the wireless cards work. So that's good. Hey, get out of here. Get out of here. Okay. I think I added a memory stick in here. No. There's that memory stick. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not even getting really hot. Like, it's fine. No, it's the power supply humming. And I'm like, what's humming? Yeah, I feel the pump going. Yeah, it's like it's going. So the CPU is running around 16 Celsius right now. So we got a little lower than normal. So the northward is getting quite hot. I think that's partially due with all the sealant I put in between it. So I might put a fan on there. Just cool down the north verge a bit more. The video card could use cooling, or it could use a different video card maybe. I haven't decided. Yeah, we just went down to 15 here, so it's not bad. I don't know if Cinebench is going to load here. okay, okay. Yeah, that's already open. Okay, cool. Just preparing it. Whoops. Actually gonna try and do it. Very cool. I was gonna do a 10-minute test. Oh my lord. Well, let's pray we don't have any crashes in between because we'll run this at the same time. Hardware monitor. It's lagging. Our core CPU temp is 26 Celsius right now. Yeah, for our CPU. That's not too bad. I had to add a fan in because that Northbridge was getting really hot. So I was like, yeah, a little heat dissipation off that. That's really funny how I could get like the CPU really cool, but the Northbridge is still pretty hot. 26 Celsius still. That's weird. It's just on ice. I haven't noticed any condensation or anything either, so I did layer the board around the CPU in electrical tape, so yeah, I noticed on YouTube there were not too many people who attempted this overall. I don't know if I'm like gonna get actual like performance gains out of this by like crazy means, but it is running a bit quicker. Definitely, like before when I just had one fan on the radiator. This is a smaller nanometer. I think this is I think it's a 48. I think so. Yeah, I think it's an older model. I haven't noticed any condensation or anything so far. The water is still pretty cold, so it's been about, let's see, about like not even an hour So the ice cubes have definitely melted a little while ago. So I could probably get like a little gain if I put some salt in there, but I'm like, not even worth it. But technically you can run your computer off, and cool your computer with ice. Awesome. If it hits over 600, like over, I don't think it's going to get too high. I'd be impressed. I'm just looking for any condensation or anything building up or anything around the CPU. Our VRMs feel fairly cool over here, so that's a good sign. That's very good. Good thing I put a fan on. Good thing I put a fan on Good thing I put a fan on the north bridge, because when I had my hand on it, it was like it was getting really, really hot. So we're almost on our first test here. And roughly the first test took about 4 minutes and 5 seconds, or where we started at. Where, oh my goodness, we're below the spectrum. We got about 3 minutes left on the test, so I'll probably do this one more time. So barely. So I'd laugh if I even got like, if I got a score of over 450, I'd laugh. So far, so good. Let's see what hardware monitor says. My CPU has finally hit a temperature of 28 Celsius. That's not bad. That's pretty good, actually. Each core is at 2.8. Now, I haven't gotten the water that cold. An ice pack and some ice with the water has been working pretty well, but I've been finding like, no, it's still pretty cold. It's not like super chilly. I wouldn't stand in it. We're almost done our test here. Oh no, we got about a little while to go left. It does it, but not well. So we scored under the i7-1165G7, whatever the hell that thing is. But considering they're probably more fancier nanometer chips, like they're smaller dies, this one's like probably a fairly large one because it is an AM3. Now, I owned a 6300, which was 3-core, 6 threads, and it felt probably a bit faster than this, not by a wee bit. But. Oh my lord, it finally finished the test, nearly. I scored 2257. Wow. Rough. That's rough. Ooh, and that's at 2.82 gigahertz. Well, let's see if I can do a little overclocking. I gave it a little more voltage, I guess. I think that's what it needed. This board's squeaky, man. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know if it wants more voltage or less voltage. No. Call support. I need support. Help me. After tweaking long enough at the motherboard, I managed to get it up to 3.5 from 2.82. So I managed to overclock it. So it is running at 3.5 right now. So it took me a little while figuring out like the voltage control on the physical chip. I have to write down all this down so I don't mess it up. So we'll see how high I can actually physically hit before things get squirrely. This is going to be about an 8-minute test, so I'll let you know how we did. Well, I managed to get it up to 3.5. I had to push up the voltage a little bit higher than I would like. We've got about 6 minutes on the test left, so we're going to see how it does. I'm going to make a reference here so I know I'm like grabbing my sunglasses for editing purposes when I'm going through all this. It was a pain trying to get the right voltage set properly. There was a point I had a lot of little crashes and stuff, but I'm shocked the board is as stable as it is. It recovered the BIOS like 3 times on itself when I pushed the voltage way too high. So I really do like features like that in a motherboard. It does say a lot about it. I did not. My water's probably really warm now. It's probably around 30 Celsius right about now, so I'm gonna have to change it out and re-cool it down eventually. So this is more of a good little experiment to see how far I've pushed it so far. We have another 5 minutes on the test. So we got a score 2871, and our original score was 2257. So yeah, it was it brought it up to 2871. That's an improvement of. Let's pull out the calculator here for a second. Cal. Hey, this mouse is dying on me, so 28, 71, 2871 minus 2257. So that's a difference of 650, and we gained, we'll see how far I can push it actually. So we'll see if I could. We'll see how far I can push the voltage a bit higher. So we'll see, but my water is getting a little bit warmer, so I don't know how far I can push it up higher now. But I made a lot of little progress here, so it's worked out well. I think I just hit 3.7. Stable, completely stable. Maybe. We got 6 minutes left on the test, and then I'll write down the voltages and all that crap. So far, this so far is the best test, but our water's running a little warm right now. I didn't realize how warm it was running. So 3.7. That's not bad. So I was thinking if I resealed the RAM CPU with some kind of foam clay or something, maybe hit a colder temperature, maybe, I don't know. Thinking of random ideas, but I gotta change that water. Let's see what I still got 5 minutes on the test.